Hello everyone, we're here to talk to you about Panto.
Oh no, we're not.
Oh yeah, we are.
Particularly, we're here to talk about stock characters. A stock character is an over-the-top stereotype of a person that moves the story along. My stock character was the damsel in distress, and a classic example of this would be Cinderella from... What's she from?
Cinderella.
This would be Cinderella.
From Cinderella.
Snow White.
From Snow White.
And Rapunzel.
From Rapunzel.
Ow! I can't get up!
Pantomime season is here, and this year it's all about me.
In my pantomime, I played Snow White, and she's a bit of a stereotypical princess. She was a bit naive and a bit stupid, and a bit, just...
That's right, it'll be such a jolly night out for all of the family.
Oh no it won't.
Oh yes it will.
Oh no it won't. It'll be a night of evil and terror with me, the fairest of them all, bringing a new age of darkness to Bilston.
So I was the evil queen in Snow White.
Stop trying to be funnier than me. This is my show. Get out and don't forget to put the cat out. Why? She's on fire. Your Majesty.
My stock character was the villain / dame. Villain is the antagonist for a show, and the dame is where a male dresses up as a female character. Getting into the makeup, I felt really weird. I had all the foundation. The makeup was over the top. I had over the top eyebrows, like white skin. It was just hilarious.
Aren't you supposed to be melting or something?
That's the Wicked Witch of the West. I'm the Wicked Witch in the West Midlands, innit?
My stock character was like a hero. He was kind of like a dumb hero, but an example of this is like Jack and the Beanstalk, like Buttons in my case.
Hello, boys and girls! Hello, boys and girls!
He's just an idiot, really. So yeah.
It's a panto. It's not a panto. Oh, yes it is. Oh, no, it isn't. Oh, yes it is.
When I played Buttons, it was more like mostly just interacting with the audience and making them laugh.
My stock character is a hero, but in this case I played Prince Charming. So playing Prince Charming is basically being all royal, being all fancy, always have like a pose, so like a superhero pose, superhero stance, and like being a royal prince. But what I played in my pantomime was like a lame prince.
There is no one in the entire world more charming girl than me. It appears I've let go some royal wind.
It appears.
You can call me by my nickname.
Which is?
Nick.
That would like be a hero in front of everyone, but he would be a coward in front of like when he was alone and scared.
We're all going to die! I've never been so frightened in all my life!
Hi, boys and girls! Okay, my stock character was the heroine, and it was also the main character. Obviously, I got that. I played Jack, for short for Jacqueline, out of Jack and the Beanstalk.
What was that? You could do better than that. We've got 3 hours of this to get through.
My personality is very joyful, playful, but oblivious to what's going on. She's very stupid. A comp doesn't work.
So, I'm gonna go off stage, and when I return, I want you to hijack as late as you can.
Audience interaction, being one of the main characters, you would have to do quite a lot.
Hi, boys and girls! That was brilliant, boys and girls. Just don't shake that on the plane, will you?
And to connect with the audience so they can feel involved and feel sort of inside the play.
My stock character was the narrator, and the narrator is important because it tells the whole story. So in my case, I was telling the story to my little brother, who was annoying.
Snow White walked for miles and miles until she came across a little cottage. No one was in, so she went inside.
I'm a cool breaking and entering.
No, more like urban exploring.
It's really important to be a narrator because it just sets the scene, it shows what's going to happen, kind of tells them what to look forward to. So one of the big skills I needed to use was improvisation, because we don't expect you all to, in pantomime, remember every single line. It's okay to forget.
Anyway, come on, Toby, I'll take... I'm sorry, folks, I'm kind of having a panic attack right now. How do you think I feel?
In the actual show, if somebody messes up, you'd be like, oh, I think it's your line. And then that way you can bring the show back together.
Toby, where are ya? Dad will kill me.
Sarah.
Can I finish my line? Because my dad will kill me if I lost Toby. Then you can carry on. Thank you.
It doesn't look like you forgot, you can just kind of improvise on stage.
Let me see what I can do. This baby didn't bring my book on. I can't. Oh, right. Right. Sarah Buttons and the Prince. Sorry,
Vocal projection is like how you say something and how loud it is.
What? The princess? No!
When I was doing the performance, at first when I auditioned, my vocal projection wasn't good, but I knew it had to get better for me to play the role, so it can really have an effect on what you're saying and how you say it. It's important because sometimes you won't have a mic and you really need to get your voice out there, otherwise the audience won't hear you.
Even though you have a mic, it's still great, like just in case the mic goes, like you've still got a loud voice.
After my solo song, my mic cut out, so I had to project myself louder than usual so that the back of the audience could hear me.
You lot, guard the castle and don't let anyone in and protect that baby.
So that's why vocal projection is actually very important, because things can go wrong in a show.
She over-exaggerated everything. Like all of her lines, she was really squeaky. She used her Disney-fied hands all the time, and her vocal tone was just really high-pitched. So I'd be like, oh, please don't tell my stepmother I'm here.
She's behind you.
And when she says, like, goodbye to someone, she has all her Disney-fied hands, and she's like, goodbye, goodbye.
Okay, so I needed to be quite fluent and it's kind of like say my words on time and not gibber them all up, because otherwise the audience wouldn't understand what was happening.
And I had to project my voice quite feminine. So being a male, I've got a naturally deep voice, so projecting my voice in a higher vocal tone.
Well, I'm not a very good cook, but I try and make a living selling these delicious apple pies. Would you like one? But that's just an apple. Like I said, I'm not a very good cook.
It's actually quite difficult, however, I put myself through it.
So I had a posh Prince accent. I would not speak like this, but I would speak like this. Have quite a deep tone to a deep voice.
Stinking peasant!
Oh, you're charming!
Yes, that's my name.
When it had to be like a high pitch, I would go high pitch. When it had to be like a low pitch, I would be like a low pitch, like, good evening, I'm Prince Charming.
Because the Evil Queen is quite posh, I had to speak in a posh type of accent. Being posh anyway, apparently, was quite easy, but also quite hard. And being able to show myself in a feminine way gave me humour, and it also gave the audience humour.
For physical skills, I use a lot of facial expressions. Those are so important, especially in pantomime, because that's where you're looking for the emotion. That's where the audience is going to get the feel, the mood of that character. What's that character like? That's going to basically go off your facial expressions.
Over the top facial expressions, showing like being an actual female was it's hard but funny.
With physical skills, I used a lot of arm movements, like going there or going there.
Holding her ransom for 50 million pieces of gold.
Having that stance of like being like that prince, like showing off, having a puffed up chest.
Pantomime is like, in my opinion, I think pantomime is one of the best things you could do in drama. It's because you can be over the top, you can exaggerate, you can be as big as you want. That's probably why I like it.
I found pantomime fun, like, it's just because you can be yourself and you don't really get judged.
No one's going to basically judge you, and that's what I like about drama.
You can be creative with the character, and the teachers really don't mind how creative you are with the character, which is what I really enjoyed as well. Because I could come out of my comfort zone and not be afraid to be judged.
I was able to show myself in a non-naturalistic way that will bring in the audience, make them involved, Like, even act like an idiot, which I just find hilarious for my character.
Don't try him! Do not try him!
I think pantomime is fun because you just make a fool out of yourselves. Like, you get really close with the people in your class because you're all like making a fool out of yourselves and being really over-exaggerated together, and you learn how to like trust each other and you build them bonds.
And if you feel like I haven't got the confidence or I'm going to be like really nervous, it's not like that at all. Like, when you go in, you'll feel like comfortable, you're in a comfortable space. It's not really like, oh, now you're going on stage, like you have a lot of time. And you manage to gain a lot of relationships with different people. It's kind of like, so for me, that lesson was literally just like, if I've had a bad day, that would cheer me up straight away. If I think, yeah.
Like really such a stress reliever lesson because you just go in and you just get to play a different person.
You make memories as well, don't you, really?
Yeah.
So like backstage, we made loads of memories.
One bit of advice I would give is try not to get nervous. Also mentally prepare for your show. Like breaking down on stage, or like just going on stage anyway can be very nerve-wracking. But the more you do it, it's very fun. And just enjoy yourself, because the more fun you have, the less nervous you're going to be. It's going to feel like you're just out with your mates. Like, it's just really fun.
Yeah, I agree with that, to be honest. Honestly, when I first got on stage, I was just thinking, what if everyone judges me? But then, like, after a while, you kind of just get used to it and you don't really mind as such. So, honestly, the only tips I have is just, you'll be nervous at first, obviously, because it's your first time, isn't it? But, like, just don't care what people think. Honestly, that's the main point I had.
Don't worry about making a fool out of yourself. You're there to play a different character. If that means you're running around the stage screaming, you're running around the stage and screaming. Like, just have fun with it.
And if people do try and make fun of you for being a more exaggerated version of yourself, then it's literally what you're meant to do. Like, you have to do it to be there to,
Yeah.
you know, have a good time. Try not to stress yourselves out too much because it's just such a fun lesson. Just enjoy it while you have a chance.
Be yourself and have fun while performing.